Remember, the contents of this video are for entertainment purposes only. I know I could wear a different shirt, okay? Just enjoy. But why can't they make the head hole any bigger?
Hi, good morning. Happy Friday that you'll see on Saturday, okay? Would it be wrong to cut my sweatshirt? What, can I ask maybe I just have a very large head. Don't answer that. Or don't respond to that, whatever. Why do they make the neck hole so small? I mean, you know, I got the ponytail. I got the ponytail going on, and I have to take my glasses off. Why do they do this? Why can't you make it any smaller so that we just absolutely can't get it over our heads, huh? But like I said, maybe I've just got a big head. Phoenix said last night she has a big head, so. Why? It's hung up on my ear. I don't even have big ears. Pulled my ponytail out, mostly. Why is it gonna be so difficult to get a sweatshirt on? Ugh. Okay, now I gotta fix my ponytail. Why? Why? Ugh. I mean, it's a nice sweatshirt, okay? It's fairly new, but why can't they make the head hole any bigger? Oh. Good afternoon. I'm going to discuss something with you that may seem a little inappropriate, but I just heard this was a thing, and I feel like I need to tell y'all when I learn new things, okay? It's called Neuticles. 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 Testicles. Does it tickle his test? I don't know. Oh, I kill myself. Neuticles are testicular implants for male dogs and other animals made of silicone or polypropylene that are inserted after neutering. The implants are designed to maintain the natural appearance and are marketed to pet owners who find the neutering process traumatic. Oh, you find it traumatic? What about old buddy there? I bet he found it traumatic too. Yeah. They were invented by Greg Miller and are implanted during a 2 to 3 minute procedure performed by a veterinarian. The purpose is to allow pets to retain their natural appearance after neutering, which can be traumatic for some owners. The company claims the procedure can help pet owners cope with the procedure and that some animals may benefit from the implants, though the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons states they do not provide a direct benefit to the animal. Okay, so they have this website called Neuticles. Neuticles. And it's got a picture of Humphrey, who is the spokesdog for Neuticles. And he's a bulldog, an English bulldog. Yeah, it began in 1995 with patented Neuticles testicular implantation for pets. Doesn't say anything about humans, only pets, okay? Helping neuter-hesitant pet owners overcome their trauma of altering and allowing their beloved pet to retain its natural look and self-esteem. They also sell jewelry. Yeah. They sell, let me see if I can find them. They sell little earrings with little, yeah, with little, it's called swag, Neuticle swag. Let me show you, okay? First of all, there's Humphrey, the spokes dog. Yeah, okay? And then we have swag. This is Neuticles.com. You have a frisbee that just says Neuticles, or you can get earrings that actually have itty bitty Neuticles. T-shirts, ball caps, topless hats. What are they called? Sun visors, aprons. I'm going to call them topless hats from now on. Tote bags and keychains. So depending on the size of your doggy, you can get either of these 3 sizes. When I say you just can't make this stuff up, goodness. Now, the only male dog I've ever had that probably would have appreciated this was my husky, because when I took him to be neutered, my mother, every time she would walk by him, she would say, "How are you, buddy?" And he would raise his little back leg and he would look down there and look at her like he was just pitiful. And she was like, "He's never going to forgive us." I said, "I don't think he will." No, I think he would have benefited of having Neuticles. Charlie, I don't know. His was when I got him, so I don't really know. I imagine he might have been a medium Neuticle, though, by looking at these sizes, because, I mean, in his mind, he was the large Neuticle. But, yeah, I don't, that was weird. Anyway, we're just going to leave it in there, okay? Neuticles. Can we get breast implants for our girls? Maybe they want to have boobies. You think? Why is it only the boys? Oh, because we don't remove their boobies. Makes sense. As Phoenix would say, this makes sense. Anyway, I just had to bring that to your attention because it kind of blew my mind. Now, I know that they have these for men that, due to birth defects or tragic circumstances, perhaps they lose theirs and they can get implants, which I get. I mean, I don't get because I don't have them, but I would understand more. But a dog or a sheep or a cat? No. I wonder how much they are. That's another good question. How much are Neuticles? Let's see if we can find that. Oh, they start at $159 for canines, ranging from $159 to $189. It only mentions canines. Anyway, mind blown. Carry on, I'll be back. Okay, I would just like to say that I cocooned myself in that furry blanket when I got off work. And I fell asleep, okay? But the whole time I was asleep, I was dreaming that I was trying to wake up in my sleep. Yeah. Penny's also having quite the nap. She's got her hair all combed over here. I dreamt that I called my dad. And he said, "Hello." And I said, And I went back to sleep. But I never woke up, you know. And I could hear him. He kept saying, "You okay, hon?" And he'd say, "You okay, hon?" And then I dreamt. I never did talk to him. And then I dreamt that Naomi came to my door. And apparently, I did not lock my door. And she just walked in. And I was trying to wake up because Naomi was in the house. And I kept saying, I got to get ready. I got to get ready. But I wasn't making a sound. Because I was asleep, right? And then Naomi and I were in a church. No, like the gymnasium at the church. And I wish I was showing her how to do the front split, where this leg's out behind you and this leg's out in front of you. I was showing Naomi how to do it. There was a whole lot of dreaming going on. Hold on. I got off at 2. It's 4 o'clock. I slept for like 2 hours. Almost. That's not good. Oh, well. Hope I sleep tonight. I don't know what made me... I never take a nap, but... Oh, boy, did I take a nap today. But you get cocooned in that blanket and you're out. You're out. You're out. Yeah. And now I've got to get up and start getting ready and call my dad and get her walked because tonight's softball. Tonight's Phoenix's last game. Well, yeah. Well, maybe. She might play again tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, I've got to wake up and I've got to get going. But the other thing I was going to tell you, and then I'll let you go, is that as Phoenix and I were riding down the road last night, she's in the backseat of the car. We're sitting at a traffic light, and she goes, huh. I said, what? She said, I wonder what the guy in that truck's thinking. I said, I have no idea. She said, you know what I bet he's thinking? I said, what? She said, I wonder why that little black girl's in the back seat of that car of that white grandma. I said, probably not. She said, you don't think he's thinking that? I said, no, probably not. She goes, oh. I said, it's really not that uncommon. She goes, cool. And that was that. I'm a white grandma now. I didn't even know I was white, and now I'm a white grandma. Ugh. Life throws surprises at you, Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. There's Penny again. Remember, we love you. Jesus loves you. We hope he's coming back soon, because people do be crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next one, okay? Toodles, manoodles, and stay silly.